Hi everyone, welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm DK.
I'm Rizzo.
And I'm Zero, and today in Anime Reaction Watch episode 7 of Taboo Tattoo.
If you want to check out our reaction to the 7th episode of Taboo Tattoo, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comments section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching.
Alright,
So this episode of Taboo Tattoo, the U.S. Army makes a raid on the ruins in Japan.
Yeah, that went well.
Which was a trap. Arya, the princess, completely...
She played them like a fiddle.
Not only knew that they were coming, she actually was the one who leaked the information to them, so she basically... It was an entire setup.
She played them like a fiddle.
Yeah.
I wonder how she actually, leaked that information.
She probably knows... She probably knows of spies, U.S. spies that are in the kingdom, and she probably leaves some alive on purpose and feeds them whatever information she wants them to know.
Well, misinformation is, classic Battlefield tactic, and, well, it's kind of worked to perfection here.
It is very effective. But yeah, so the army brings in basically a platoon that consists of 5 or 6 actual sealed.
Yeah,
and then
one fire team is sealed, and then the rest have
the copy tattoos.
So last week we mentioned that it would probably take about 100 troops.
They sent in 30 max.
Yeah, they only sent in a couple fire teams, so 20, 30.
No, they sent in probably 3 squads.
Yep.
Which is it's between 20 and 30 soldiers. It really wasn't that much.
Nope.
It wasn't enough. It wasn't even close to enough.
No.
And
they had some shitty air supports.
It's a small group.
That's the other thing. You'd think that an operation like this, they'd get a whole lot more.
Especially
you'd call in the Air Force for some close air support. You'd have more troops.
Well, especially if it's supposed to be a major operation in an allied nation. Is the other thing too. I mean, if it were say, just elsewhere, a non-ally, a neutral country or something, I could sort of understand going with this more Black Op tactic. Yeah. Just trying to shoot in and out.
But here you really shouldn't.
Yeah, you should throw the kitchen sink at them. But
pretty much.
And, also get this. It was also on a coastline. You could have had Navy support there too.
Damn.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could have made it a joint operation where you have either Air Force or Navy aviators doing close air support. You have naval ships out there.
Yes, but this all begs the question: with how freaking OP Cal and Il are, wouldn't have made an iota difference.
Yes, actually, it would.
You guys like to think so?
Yeah,
because if you so it showed Cal being able to redirect bullets or whatever, and honestly, she could have just made that cage around her from the very beginning. But if you're talking about an aircraft that is flying, tens of thousands of feet up and dropping a bomb or shooting an air-to-surface missile, she's not going to see that coming. She's not going to see an air-to-surface missile that's going Mach 3.
And nowadays we have, pretty much tank rounds, tank cannons that can shoot over the horizon.
Yeah.
A boat sits on the ocean and shoots up.
Yeah, and it literally goes further than you can actually see. But
almost through a window.
Yeah.
It can be really, really well targeted.
Or, they could have sent in sniper teams beforehand. Obviously, it's not the best sniping location because of all the woods, but I mean, they're snipers that can literally sit in helicopters and snipe effectively.
And that helicopter could be a mile away.
Yeah. And not only that, but very high altitude.
I mean, there's so many different things that could have happened here.
And they sent in literally the stupidest plan ever. And
obviously, me and Rizzo here are completely overthinking it, but that's sort of exactly what would happen in this situation.
You have basically a despot that's the despot of a country that more or less the U.S. is at war with.
Yeah, that's the other thing. This, the leader of this country, as powerful as she is in the country of an ally of the U.S. Literally, you can put a joint strike together, with the U.S. military and the Japanese SDF, and you can literally just wipe that shit off the face of the planet if you think that she's that powerful.
Yeah.
I don't know that would work. I really honestly don't think that it would.
That's the thing.
But you gotta try.
Yeah. That's kind of the $1 million question at work here. Will real world military tactics overcome the rule of cool?
Well,
probably not. But imagine just straight up just sending a bunker buster in there.
Yeah.
Or there's another one. It's not the bunker buster, but there's one that they used in Afghanistan with all the Taliban in the caves, where you literally hit the front of the cave with this bomb, and it sucks all the air out of the cave.
Yeah.
And literally just instant dead.
Yep, there's some really interesting technology that's going on.
It's already been shown in this episode that Cal did not expect for Izzy to start decompressing the area. So if you'd have hit the cave with one of those in the very beginning of the operation, you probably would have killed at least Cal and
probably Ill
and the maids.
And then going forward, we see that Ill gets taken over by the princess. I don't know exactly how much of her is taken over, but she basically turns into this giant liger. Absolutely.
That was cool.
Massive cat.
that was pretty cool.
It was awesome.
Reminds me of Ifrit from Final Fantasy X.
Yeah,
it looked badass.
That totally would have been easy peasy for a team of air support.
Yeah.
Big target.
A five helicopter team of air support that was just strictly air support. That's all. No drop trooping.
The little birds.
Yeah.
And all that they got is rockets and heavy cannons and things like that. Auto cannons.
Yeah.
And they literally, Well, I don't know exactly how much of, Ill at that point was magical or whatever, but you might have been able to take her out at that point. It's a big target.
Yeah. So our plan would probably have been put 3 platoons on the ground, led by these 6 tattoos.
The sealed.
These 6 sealed. In the air, 5 helicopters, surrounded by probably 2 ships, just two support ships, and all that they're doing is lending some fire supports.
But yeah, and it's only boots on the ground after you soften it up.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You supports, initial supports from the Navy, and then right after that, troops come in, air comes in, and that done.
Again, throw the kitchen sink at them.
Yes, that's literally what I would have done. They fucked up. They literally went to send
It's like
that platoon of soldiers to die. There was no chance of that operation succeeding. Like, no chance. They literally sent them to die.
We knew this before.
and they knew who was there.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing.
Well, yeah, they knew that the princess was there. This seemed to be kind of a snap operation, and they had almost no intel too.
Well, if they know who's there, they could at least know, what they're capable of.
Yeah. And
Well, yeah, that's a thing. Especially since Cal is literally second in command, you would have intel on her. You would know what she's capable of. But that guy, the pervert guy, literally just ran straight in there and got mowed down.
which sucks because I actually wanted to see a little bit more of that lightning ability because I love electricity as an ability.
Yeah, but you gotta admit though that death was pretty cool and pretty brutal. No wonder.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, pretty brutal.
And then just
It was very sad for a character we just met.
Right.
no.
There was no like lead up to it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I really wanted to like the character, but that was shot out the window within 5 minutes.
I don't know. I really like the action in this episode. I really like the way that this series is animated, but for some reason, it really takes me out of it. Like it breaks my suspension of disbelief when you have a U.S. Army operation that is so fucking inept, so inept.
Yeah, you think it was just. I can't even begin how to pick this one apart. Did like a bunch of school kids playing airsoft plan this out? Honestly, I don't know. It's just. It was the technical equivalent of trying to shoot a BB gun at a freight train, hoping you'll stop it. They didn't bring nearly enough.
I mean, you can go even to like a 45.
Yeah.
You know?
Not that it matters. You're still going to get run over.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Anyway, recap of the episode, since I realized that we hadn't done that yet. Platoon goes in. Everybody dies.
Get wrecked.
Except for... Well, Colonel Sanders is still alive. General Colonel Sanders.
Just
He was wishing he was dead, that's for sure.
He's missing an arm, missing a leg.
Both his eyes.
both his legs.
Oh, both his legs, sorry. And he had his eyes cut out.
Wow.
Well, cut across, not out.
He's blind.
Yeah.
Izzy is still alive, even though she got her arm fucked up.
Tom's alive, even though he got wounded.
Tom's alive, he got injured again. Way to go, buddy. Keeping the tradition alive.
And Seigi.
Alive and bleeding.
Speaking of alive and bleeding.
Seigi is crucified at this point. Like, literally, the only thing that's missing is that's a wall and not a cross.
Yeah.
Because she literally just, nailed his ass to the wall.
Like, to the point of, I honestly think there is no way in hell he is alive.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be alive after the damage that he's taken.
Like, even if he was attempting to use his ability during all that, there'd be so much damage that...
Yeah, if he tried to activate the Void Maker to try to correct that much damage, he'd probably just devour himself by accident.
Yeah, because he still has no skill with this ability.
Well, he showed a little bit, but he's nowhere near BB. So
yeah, honestly, it probably depends on how pissed he is.
So do you think
just honestly speaking, if he gets really, really pissed off for whatever reason, where he wants to go and just wipe the floor with somebody, he'll probably start basically seeing red and just break off of that wall, heal all of his wounds, and then just start going to pound down on somebody.
But as it stands
Princess
now,
is right there.
yeah. But as it stands now,
She
100%,
did too much.
he should be dead on that wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should.
I think there's no way he's coming back from it, but obviously he's the main character.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Waffle Ironhead has Toka, and they've both withdrawn, so they're still alive. I assume Lisa's probably still alive. It hasn't shown her.
Yeah, I don't think it showed her being wounded either.
Yeah.
In this battle.
And then all the other soldiers are dead.
Wrecked. Just
And on the enemy side, on the kingdom side, the only casualty was one wounded maid. Which I still cry bullshit. I don't care how good your ambush is, you're losing at least a couple of men. Or in this case, women. I don't care. I don't care how good your ambush is.
I kind of
Unless
wish
you're literally like using like explosives or something to annihilate the enemy before you ever even see them.
like we were mentioning earlier.
You like we were mentioning earlier, you're going to lose somebody. So
yeah, and all they showed was one maid just lightly wounded.
yeah, well, she got shot twice by Izzy.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, they kind of brushed it off as I assume that these maids had a very similar deal with masked soldiers.
Oh, they call it like a copy tattoo or
Yeah,
something.
they had some kind of tattoo ability.
Actually, they had the noise cancelers.
Yeah.
that's the other thing. They have the noise canceling.
And that's a huge advantage, obviously, against sealed.
So I can sort of see it, but I'm with you on. We had a light discussion in between that we may have disagreed with this, but no, I completely agree with you, Rizzo. There should have been at least a few more casualties on the other side.
Yeah. I agree. But
Just to make it a little bit more real.
they wanted to really make it, well, I use the term a lot, a squash match. They wanted to assert Brahman's dominance, really. In
They've
this
already
situation.
done that, though.
I know, but they wanted to do it again, for emphasis. I don't know why, but that's just what they wanted to do, it seems.
Foolish.
Eh,
Foolish.
well, whatever.
And there was two completely whiplash moments. The first one was the princess finally popping out of the crystal thing, which summoned a shit ton of tattoos.
So basically, these rooms are
Honestly,
like weapons
that's the reason why the kingdom's so powerful, is because they've already hit 2 of these.
3. 2 of them are in the kingdom, and they just hit the third.
No. They've already hit 2 of them. They just hit the third. The third one
Yeah.
hasn't mattered yet.
Yeah.
Because they haven't been given out any of those tattoos yet. But they've already hit 2 of these, which is why they have so many powerful sealed.
Yep.
Yeah.
But right after that, a maid comes up and starts giving her some intel, and I can only assume that as an awkward reward for morale boost, she starts groping her and fondling her and other things like that.
Well, no good deed goes unpunished.
I don't mind it. I mean, you guys might think it's a little weird, but I mean, it's just who the princess is.
I mean, I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy it. It just seemed a little out of place.
The second one caught me way more off guard.
The second one,
BB. Oh my god, what a troll.
The second one.
Yeah. Wow. And also
Basically, BB more or less reveals that Cal is in love with him.
he trolls are hardcore. And
then he shuts her down.
this is like, I made the equivalent during the review. That's like sexy jitsu.
oh, okay.
It's like right in the middle of the fight, I'm just going to like take off all my clothes and just be like, hey, you know? One of those things. It is so unexpected that it fucking works.
That does work. Yeah. I'm about to throw up my drink thinking about that.
I love it. And that's kind of how I'm going to view it from now on in the series.
Well, okay.
Just sexy jitsu.
Anyway, so I think that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, right. Before we go, I also got to mention with that scene, Cal going Dara Dara. Out of place, yes, but adorable.
Pretty cute.
All right.
Let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.